What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for SoFi Technologies with the ticker symbol SOFI. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So last time I looked at SoFi was back on September 21st, which was right about here. Price was trading right around the $8.05 level, and you see that since then price has dropped down lower. So that was the bearish case that played out. The bearish case was that, since we have a lot of resistance right around this level right here at the high sevens, low eights, if price does fall down and get rejected from this downward sloping trend line right over here, then that means that price can come back inside the range and continue to trend down. So it is looking like the bearish case is playing out. You can see that the trend line off of the two swing highs fit really nicely. These two swing highs off of, if you just drag it over a little bit, you can see how well that fits right there. That's the third rejection. So we have the confirmation that this trend line is in play. One, two, and then confirmation right here. So that tells me that the bearish momentum is still pretty strong towards the downside. However, you got to look at both sides of the story, and there is a bullish trend line still in play. You see that if I connect the trend line off of these two swing lows, price is right at that trend line. But is it going to hold? The Bears have two strong levels going for them. The first one being this downward trend line that price got rejected off of, and now the range highs at the 792, where price has having a very difficult time passing through. So it becomes a more obvious level the more price touches it. So that means traders are more, they're looking at it more because it's been rejecting price so many times, meaning they take their profit at this level. They're not expecting price to just push through and trend out of it because it's been rejected so many times. So it looks like price is ready to break through this upward sloping trend line, and once it does do that, there's a good chance it might come back all the way down to the $6.32 level. So a dollar drop can occur. And that's where that upward sloping trend line is. You can see that we have a downward sloping trend line and an upward sloping trend line. So it might be easier to see on the weekly chart, and I'll go over there in a second. But either way, daily chart is not looking that good. You can see that we even have a sharper trend line you could draw now. And let's see if we get followed through this trend line. I wouldn't say it's completely over for the bulls, but it's not looking good at all. It'd been more bullish if price would stay outside of the yellow range and then trend up higher. But now, since we have the trend lines in play and price is back in the yellow range, it's high probability price does break through this upper trend line, continue to trend down lower, possibly to the low sevens, and then even possibly towards the 630s. So that's just how the painting is showing us. That's what the painting is showing us. The picture is showing us what most likely can occur, and that's what it looks like can play out. Things can change, but with the data given on the chart as of right now, you have to make you have to come to some sort of conclusion based on the information you are given at the moment. When we have more information, we can change our conclusion. But as right now, that's the conclusion I can come to. Now let's take a look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart shows that we have two red bars so far. This week is not over yet, so this bar could be even bigger. And like I said before, we have two trend lines in play. I don't know why I have the volume. I got to take off the volume. I just put it on just to look at something. Let me get rid of that thing. It's in the way. So you can see that price is, forming off of this downward trend line right here, and also forming off this upward trend line. So we have three touches on the top, three touches on the bottom. It looks like price may be coming back for the fourth touch. And this tells me that maybe this measurement target at the 513 is still in play, because we have one large leg down right here. This was the first large attempt right here, and now price may be trying to do the second attempt. So we'll see what happens. As right now, it's more bearish than bullish, and we'll see what happens. But as right now, expecting more downside for SoFi Technologies in the coming days and weeks. So all I have for SoFi Technologies on the daily and weekly charts. Looks like earnings report is somewhere right around October 29th. And it makes sense because let's say a market with a horizontal vertical line, it's right about here, the 29th. Estimated to be, and that makes sense because let's say a price trends down and it comes right where the support is at during that earnings report, you'll see it probably push up higher, something like that. It'll gap up. So sometimes the market works out very similar to that fashion, where it does trend right to support, and then right when that earnings report comes out, it pushes it back up because we are at support. So that's all I have for SoFi Technologies on the daily weekly charts. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.